Hello, and once again, welcome to the sixth class of the 10 days foundation program in chemistry on behalf of the Uranium. I am SS Tripathy once again, welcoming all of you. So today, we shall be focusing on the different types of redox reactions. We had discussed simple 11 type of non-redox reactions. I will just familiarize you with some typical redox reactions. Redox reactions are infinitely large, but out of them, some few, as a matter of demonstration or illustration or example, I will give you and tell you how you derive the logic of different redox reactions. Before that, I would like to ask, do you have some doubts to ask me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me share my screen. And this is a nuisance, WhatsApp is really a nuisance. Of course, it is very useful, but nowadays guys are using in a very careless manner with multiple innumerable WhatsApp group you are put into, and you will be disturbed at every moment. Vishnupriya Swami, Badamba, Pranam sir, Pranam madam. So, welcome to those who are watching not directly in the Zoom, but indirectly through YouTube live streaming. Of course, there is a maybe few moments lag between Zoom, which is almost no lag, but there will be maybe some half a second, 30 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds lag between the Zoom on live class and the YouTube streaming. It doesn't matter. 1 second, 2 seconds is no real lag. Yes. What is your doubt, Ms. Tripathi?
So the question is to balance by ion electron method, and the equation is NH3.
Yes.
NH3 plus MnO4 minus plus OH.
Is it there in my assignment or in my handout?
Yes, sir. Sir, in the assignment.
ON method or ion electron method?
Yeah, ion electron method.
Let me find out. Give me a second. Let me find out that file. No, that file is missing. I can get it, no doubt. But I thought I'll not be using that file. Still you have doubt. कोई बात नहीं. Okay. Which one?
Sir, the second question.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Bit 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us, as per the doubt posed by Miss Samidha Tripathi, this is our doubt, how to balance this ionic equation when you are given a OH minus, you have to apply the rules for basic medium. So here there is a missing thing. Water is missing. There must be somewhere, whether LHS or RHS, there must be water, which is definitely missing. That can be known. दूध के दूध, पानी की पानी, सब पता चल जाएगा अभी. देखिए रिडक्शन स्टेप में क्या हुआ. नाइट्रोजन सॉरी मैंगनीज, इसका ऑक्सीडेशन था +7. You calculate mentally. X minus 8 is equal to -1. So X is equal to +7 and this is +4. This is a neutral molecule. So we copy permanganate ion from left side and the corresponding species in the right side is MnO2. There will be 2 oxygen excess. So 2 water we add. And I'm following the first rule I told you, not the one which you liked. Can apply that rule too. There is no hard and fast. So there are 4 hydrogen excess, so 4 OH minus on the same side and 4 water on the opposite side. And then we eliminated water from one side and made it 2 here. And then equalization of charge, that will be +3 electron. So -4 on this side, -4 on the other side. This is done. So oxidation steps involves ammonia has been oxidized from -3 state here to nitrogen dioxide +4. -3 to +4. And first we look at nitrogen number is same, oxygen is 2, so you add 2 water. So by doing so, the number of hydrogen atoms remained in excess in left side is 2 2s are 4 plus 3, 7. So you add 7 OH minus. So these things are very easy. You have to repeat. Somewhere down the line, you have missed out of focus. That is why you failed. But once you start again, without losing focus, attention, then I'm sure there is no reason why. Unless you somewhere miss the charge, somewhere you miss the calculation. This is simple algebra. And then you bring water to one side, make it 5. Equalization of charge, I think the 7 electrons will be needed. 7 minus 7 minus 7. So this is a typical, you have to perform algebraic operation, multiply 3 here, multiply 7 here. So 21 electron get cancelled. And I don't know whether I am going in a correct calculation pathway or doing some mistake. You can catch hold of me and stop me if I am doing wrong calculation. I'm in this algebra. +3 ammonia. The thing is to set which side will carry OH minus and water. So in the left side, there is 14 water for the reduction step. And in the oxidation step, there will be 15 water in the right side. So 1 water will be there. Let me write down, lest I forget. 1 water will be there on the right side. And what about OH minus ion? OH minus ion, there will be 7 4s are 28 OH minus in the right side and 21 OH minus in the left side. So once again, there will be excess 7 OH minus on the right side. 28 minus 21, that will be 7. And then multiply 7 MnO2 plus this one will be 3 NO2. That is the balanced equation, but I will have to check. Bhato handiru gote siji chij nai gotiye neikri chipibi. Dekhibi siji jaichi mane bhato handi ko galibi. Now to test whether this is a balanced equation, I will pick up oxygen. So in the right side, the number of oxygen atoms is 7 4s are 28, and in the right side, 7 2s are 14 plus 1 plus 3 2s are 6 plus 7. Is 28. So this is a balanced equation. Charge wise also -7, -7. Got it?
Sir,
Yes.
I have another doubt.
So you go,
like
you
in
understood?
the reduction reaction.
Madam, did
Yes,
you
sir.
understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Sir, can I ask now?
Yes.
Sir, in the reduction reaction, you didn't add the OH minus from the equation. You added it in the oxidation reaction, so why?
Why? I followed the same rule in both oxidation and reduction, addition of water first, then addition of OH minus on the same side and water on the opposite side. And then I simplified water molecules by keeping it on one side. I did the same thing in both the steps. What mistake I have committed, Mr. Tripathi?
Sir, in the equation there is one OH minus. That
Where?
Sir, in the equation there is one OH
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is a wrong one. I told, Ayush is trying to explore the importance of ionic equation. And we revealed that the question given was not correct. It should have given OH minus on the right side. It was an incorrect question. So that maybe deliberately was given by the instructor to make sure that you have pointed out the mistake correctly. Once you follow the rules, rules will never cheat you, and you are convinced that water and OH minus are coming on the same side. Got it?
Yes, sir.
There was a mistake, no doubt. If you want, I should say sorry, then I won't. I won't, because maybe I will try to save myself by saying, I was testing you. I was testing you. Okay. Next question. Anyone else?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, I was.
Sir, आपने जो additional assignment दिले तारा 7 और 9 numbers
कोटा जो
out मिला
preliminary जो level 1 mole concept.
level 2
level 2 level 2 देखिबा आगो level 1 रो किछि डाउट अछि कि अन्य पिलांकर कि करिछ जे न करिछ तो समय पाइनो मु किछि कहबिनी. It is up to you to find time and be passionate about your 10 days program, and that has to be also supported by your time schedule. That is important. Acha, Baki, I want to know, Benazir, you are not attending my class, but you are watching later. Yeah. Have you tried the non-uranium guys to answer the 11 types of metathesis or the non-redox reactions, the assignment that I had given at the end? Assis, have you tried?
yes sir
Samidha, have you tried?
No, sir.
Okay. So that is one, and most importantly, the first level mole concept. Have you tried? Again, no. I guess, Assis, have you tried the first level mole concept? Say no. There is no, saying a lie. If you have not done the assignment of the level 1 mole concept, then say no, I could not. Who has done? Raise your hands. Yeah, I think this particular assignment was given in the last, maybe in the class 9 7-day camp to the uranium guys. Yes or no?
yes sir yes sir
ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ତ ଯୋଉମାନେ ସବୁ ଅଛି ନୂଆ ଫ୍ରେଶ ଜଏନ୍ କଲ ମୋର କ୍ଲାसेस ରେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ କହିଥିଲି କରିଦେବା ପାଇଁ. ଏନିୱେ ତମେ ଟାଇମ ପାଇନ, कोई बात नहीं. ଆମେ definitely ମୁଁ ଦେଖିବି ଆୟୁଷ ପଚାରୁଛି ଗୋଟେ ଡାଉଟ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ I will cater to his doubt, and all of the rest must have to be very mindful, carefully listen to me what I am saying. He asks from the level 2 mole concept. Level 2 mole concept. Kete number baba?
sir 7 and 9
Huh?
7 and 9
7 ta dekho. 7, calculate the diameter of an atom. What atom is so minuscule, so tiny. That diameter bahar kariya kouchi of mercury atom. Assuming that each atom has a cubical shape instead of spherical, He is trying to toy with your mathematical genius brain. He is saying, assume that it is cubical in shape. In fact, we always presume that the shape of an atom is spherical, but here it has asked you to, there will be a little difference if you think it as spherical 4 by 3 pi r cube, and it is simply, a cube, because it's not radius, it is one dimension. I mean, length, breadth, and height, they are all same in a cube. And the side of the cube is equal to the diameter of the mercury atom, which is actually believed to be spherical. Actually, it is spherical, and the diameter of the spherical mercury atom is to be assumed as to be the side of a cube. Length, breadth, height, A. Express your answer in angstrom unit. The density of mercury is 13.6 gram per cc. Mercury, the molar mass is 200 gram per mole, and 1 angstrom is 10 to the power negative 8 centimeter. Who can answer this? Who can solve this? Who can guide us to solve this problem? It's very simple. It's not a big deal at all.
सर सर प्रथम आमे गोटे मर्क्यूरी आटम रो वॉल्यूम बाहर करिया
डेंसिटी डेटा रू ना कौन कहूछो?
आज्ञा सर
डेंसिटी डेटा रू गोटे एटम रो आमे वॉल्यूम बाहर करिबा, आयतन बा वॉल्यूम बाहर करिबा. ओके, देन
सर तापर क्यूब रूट नै गले बाहर जो डायमीटर.
वेरी गुड, दैट्स इट. एठी मु कर दूची, एठी 8 देखो, वेरी सिंपल. 200 होची तार मोलार मास, 200 होची मर्क्यूरी रो मोलार मास. तो ने 200 ग्राम रे थाए Na नंबर ऑफ मर्क्यूरी एटम्स. तेबे उल्टे की लिखले Na एटम्स रो मास होची ग्राम मोलार मास 200 ग्राम. એટલે गोटे एटम रो मास हमें आर्थरक करथिले काली से एटॉमिक मास, ग्राम एटॉमिक मास बा ग्राम मोलार मास बाय एवोगाड्रोस कांस्टेंट. सो 200 by 6.022 10 to the power minus 20 sorry 10 to the power plus 23 এটা হচ্ছে আমার एवोगाड्रोस कांस्टेंट. एतिकी ग्राम होची गोटे एटम रो मास. गोटे एटम रो मास ताले केते हबो एटा? तर एठी এটা को ধরো approximately I will not take 0.022, take only 6 3s are 18 and 23.33 recurring into 10 to the power negative 23. Or to express it in a scientific manner, it is 3.333 into 10 to the power minus 20. এতে কে কইব? কেতে 20
सर 22
because 10 रे डिवाइड करी 10 रे मल्टीप्लाई कलो. 10 रे डिवाइड कले 33 टा 3.33 हबो. 10 रे मल्टीप्लाई कले एटा हिजो 10 to the power minus 22 एतिकी ग्राम. ताले डेंसिटी जदी 13.6 ताले गोटे एटम रो वॉल्यूम केते हबो? 3.33 into 10 to the minus 22 mass by volume is equal to density 13.6. So जहाँ भारिबो वॉल्यूम सेटा CMQ रे भारिबो, कारण एटा CMQ रे अछि. So volume of one atom, that is volume of one atom, is equal to 3.33 into 10 to the power minus 22 by 13.6. केते हला ना एठी जदी पुणे थाउ मो 33.33 थाउ by 13.6 एलाइन तो थाउ 10 to the power minus 23 थाउ. एटा हरिलो देखिबा केते होची 33.33 रे 13.6 हरिलो. Tell me what is Sijal? Today you are not found, you are not seen. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you alert? Doesn't matter whether you have finish the assignment doesn't matter, because this is a continuous program. It's very difficult to cope to the school going and other activities along with this hectic and very well planned program. But I'm sure backlog ta jodi rahijibo bi, backlog jodi rahijibo, another 5 to 6 days bhitere dhire dhire kariki you can personally contact me. I will help you. Anybody, including my granddaughter, whoever will contact me, I will give separate time to see that you understand whatever portion you have attended. Yes, she's
Sir, 2.45.
2.45.
45.
Yes, times 10 to the power minus 23. एटा हला गुटे एटम जहा को से क्यूब बिली कहूची, क्यूब रो वॉल्यूम होची a क्यूब, से डायमेंशन रो जे कोन से गुटे डायमेंशन रो क्यूब हला सेति जदी हला तार क्यूब रूट नहीं जाओ ताले गुटे डायमेंशन केते हबो ना a क्यूब, a इज इक्वल टू क्यूब रूट ऑफ एटा 24.5 कर पुनी 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 ताकू कोन 10 रे गुणी करी 10 रे हर 10 रो माइनस 24 हे गला। सो ये केते हबो इमती कोन भूली आसी पृथ्वी गोल हे गला 24.5 रो क्यूब रूट बाहर करो, एटा जणा पड़ जिवो माइनस 10 टू द माइनस 24 रो क्यूब रूट हला 8 है 10 टू द माइनस 8। एटा केते हबो देखिलो टिके कैलकुलेटर यूज कलो 24.5 रो क्यूब रूट केते हबो 27 2 पॉइंट समथिंग हबो। अरे क्यूब रूट तुम्हें अंकरे सब दुर्बल कि ताले की इंजीनियरिंग पढ़िबो अंकरे जे दुर्बल सी
Sir.
इंजीनियरिंग छाड़ो मेडिकल पढ़ो। हाँ
Sir, 2.9.
approximately धरो 2.9 into 10 to the power minus into 10 to the power minus 8, 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter हला 1 angstrom। so angstrom रे प्रकाश करिया को से देइछि माने it is 2 to the 2.9 angstrom कारण आंसर हला 2.9 into 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter, 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter माने 1 angstrom ता माने 2.9 angstrom हबो गोटे मर्क्यूरी एटम रो रेडियस। बिकॉज ताकू हमें कैलकुलेट करिया पई अप्रोक्सीमेट कर दिजो, एक्चुअली से हमें कहूछु एटा स्फेरिकल बट टेक इट एज ए स्फीयर एंड कैलकुलेट इट विल बी इजियर कारण सीटा क्लास 11 रे तमे सॉलिड स्टेट रे तो पढ़ा हबो you can also find out spherical radius बाहर करियो अन्य डेटा रू अन्य गैसियस स्टेट रे पढ़ा हबो वैन डर वाल्स कांस्टेंट डेटा रू बी डेटा रू वैन डर वाल्स कांस्टेंट बी डेटा रू मध्य स्फेरिकल रेडियस बाहर करियो हबो। तो से एटा गुटे अप्रोक्सीमेट करिकि बाहर करियो को मोल कांसेप्ट यूज करियो को कहूछ यार भितरे अछि खाली मास ऑफ वन एटम, एब्सोल्यूट मास ऑफ वन एटम एंड एब्सोल्यूट वॉल्यूम ऑफ वन एटम से थ्रू हमें बाहर कर दवा प्रिज्यूमिंग दैट इट इज ए क्यूब। आयुष ठीक है यार?
Yes,
आंसर
sir.
7 नंबर आंसर टा देथि बोधे आंसर सब देई तमे बसी करी खाली टिके धैर्य पाइले बसिले तमे कले मु तुमको गाइड करिवि। तमे जदि सिंसियर हबो एई 10 डेज प्रोग्राम मध्य मते पचारि परिवो इवन इफ वी आर नॉट इन एनी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ आवर टाइम, even if mu कहूची but you are free to ask me anything and I will answer only when I know that you are sincere, not that you are alienated पढ़ा पढ़ी छाड़ देइछ मन इच्छा पढुछ से भलिया पिला को हेल्प करिया को कोनोसी इच्छा होए नहीं। that can be solved only from your coaching places whom you are paying. They are bound to, they are also they will not bother. If a student is not sincere, they won't also bother. You will be sidetracked. तुमको निजे भल लागिबो नि पचरे तुम जदी इनसिंसियर हो तुम इंस्ट्रक्टर जोठी भी पढ़ो तुम स्कूल रे हो कि कोचिंग सेंटर हो कीटा भल लागिबो। You have to be sincere, then only you expect help from your instructors, teachers। सातर कौन आंसर देछि बाबा? 2.9। अरे रे ठीक अछि। ओके, एनी अदर डाउट यू हैव? 9 ना केते?
Yes, sir. 9.
9 a polymer na see I am reading out को माने बुझिलो जो डिस्कशन हला please feel free to express truthfully how many of you have understood the question number 7 that I discussed। Benazir, welcome। देर में सही लेकिन सही तो सही आई तो सही. And the portion that you missed out, please make up through video, right? Benjir, right? Benjir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
who have understood what I explained that question? Rudra, Thada, Harsita, Harsita. ତମେ କେତେବେଳେ ଆସିଲ ହର୍ଷିତା? ଥିଲ?
Sir, 4 minutes later.
4 minutes is nothing. I was Sijal. So what happened? Others? Samita कौन ହେଲା?
No sir, ମୁଁ ଏଇ topic ଟା actually start କରିନି, ମୋର ସେ ion electron ରେ ଟିକେ doubt ଏମିତି ରହୁଛି ତ ମୁଁ ଏବେ ଯାଏ ସେଥିରେ ଟିକେ
नहीं ता सागरे यार किसी लिंक नहीं. स्टोकियोमेट्री कला बेले लिंक आसीबो जदी प्रॉपर्ली तमे बैलेंसिंग ऊपर एक कमांड नथिबो त स्टोकियोमेट्री कैलकुलेशन कला बेले भूल हबनी. सेठ में कमांड आने पड़ो. किंतु ये जो फंडामेंटल मोल कांसेप्ट ता संगे पैरेलल चलू ना. तपरे एटा मु सबुडाक एक्सप्लेन करूची. तो यू शुड नॉट हैव faced difficulty in understanding once you focus. आउ को क्वेश्चन टा एथर फोकस कर देखिबो निश्चित भाव जानि परिबो. त माने टोटली ए जिंस गुडा का तमरो आउट ऑफ द ट्रैक हे जिवो जहा वर्तमान रिलेटेड वर्तमान हबो. एबे आज का क्लास चलिबो काना रिडॉक्स रिएक्शन करिवि. किन काली थारु 7th 8th 9th 10th काली थारु पूरा हार्डकोर स्टोकियोमेट्री चलिबो. आगो सिंपल स्टोकियोमेट्री बुझियबो. किंतु मु चाहूची तुमे मोल मोल कांसेप्ट जेमति अंक रे मु जो कहि देली जे अंक रे दुर्बल से इंजीनियरिंग तार हबनी माने हब माने एमती रठ घुसा घिसी के जीवो एंजॉय करि परिबोनी. इंजीनियरिंग यू कांट एंजॉय अनलेस यू आर नॉट स्ट्रांग इन मैथमेटिक्स. इवन यू आर फंडामेंटली जदी वीक रहिबो तबे मेडिकल भी पाइबोनी. काहे कि ना फिजिक्स रो 100% फिजिक्स दे डिमांड at least a sound knowledge in trigonometry, sound knowledge in geometry, two-dimensional geometry mostly, and sound knowledge in calculus, differentiation and integration. And 1/3 of chemistry, physical chemistry will make use of all this. 100% को हमारा 30% or 33%. So, fundamental maths should be strong. Particularly geometry, जिन सब गुड़ाक grasping. देखो a polymer derived from styrene having एटा को देखिले तुम जदी एते बड़ देखिकरी तमरो हलप सुखी जीव हलप एडी बड़ अंकटा आको पढ़ो. have the patience to read out. बड़ पाटरे पढ़ु न जदी तुमको डर लागुची. डर के आगे क्या है? जीत है. जो डर गया समझो वो हार गया. डर के आगे जीत है. तो a polymer derived from styrene चंद्रमणि साहू नमस्कार. A polymer derived from styrene having the formula से formula दे दीजिए. ए पॉलीमर रो फार्मूला देछि एन टा देनी खाली एन टा ए जो रिपीट यूनिट टा एन थरो रिपीट हेछि C3H8 टा C3H8 टा एन थरो रिपीट हेछि 10 थरो कि एन टा 15 हेले 15 थरो was prepared by heating styrene with tribromo benzoyl peroxide. मारो गुली the preparation केमथि होला we least bother in the absence of air. It was found to contain 10.46% of bromine by mass. Find the value of N. Hint de dechi. The number of moles of the molecule is 1/3 of the number of moles of bromine, and N is a whole number. Well, এটা এতে খালি তোমার টিকে ধৈর্য দরকার to ignore the way this compound has been prepared. Just ignore. See how easily this can be solved. Doesn't need any rocket science. We usually tell doesn't need any rocket science to understand this. Well, the formula of this compound is Br3C6H3C3H8N. एथिरे देखो टिके मु दे देछि जेहेतु particularly uranium guys, they are quite familiar with stoichiometry. This is composition stoichiometry. So this a compound रे मात्र 10.46% bromine अच्छी by mass तेबे ये करियो पड़िबो तुमको 100 ग्राम रे 10.46 ग्राम ब्रोमीन अच्छी तेबे आमे जानि छे यार जदी मोलार मास बाहर करिबा इन टर्म्स ऑफ n ब्रोमीन रो एटॉमिक मास से देनी दबा कथा 80 काली कहउथली into 3 plus 12 6 are 72 plus 3 and the rest will be in terms of n because in between parenthesis n that means it will be 12 into 3 36n. 1 carbon is 12, 3 carbon is 36 and there will be n times, so 36n plus this will 1 hydrogen is 1 and 8 hydrogen is 8 and there will be n number of hydrogen, 8n number of hydrogen, so it will be 8n. I mean 8n number, but each hydrogen is 1 gram. But here carbon is 12 grams, so 12 into 3, 36n and 8n. Total kete n hela? 8 hela taro in terms of n. Eta hisab kolo.
So 315 plus 44n.
Hela
315 plus 44n.
6 कौन मो 2
Sir, 315 plus 44n.
315 ना 15
15.
Sir, 15.
15 plus एतिकी
आज्ञा सर.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
ओके तेबे सी कहूची एथिरे तार एलिमेंट कंपोजिशन तुमे जानिछ गोटे मास स्पेक्ट्रोमीटर रे गोटे एलिमेंट पकैले से सब आइसोटोप को सेपरेट कर दबो एवं गोटे कंपाउंड पकैले भी जेतरे केते परसेंटेज कोन अछि बाहर कर दबो से परसेंटेज देइची ता पे गोटे अलगा अपैरेटस मिलुची आजिकली एलिमेंटल एनालाइजर ସେଥିରେ ପୁରେଇ ଦେଲେ ସବୁ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ରୁ କେତେ କେତେ परसेंटेज ଅଛି କହି ଦବ ସେ ଫର୍ମୁଲା କହି ପରିବନି ଖାଲି ब्रोमीन केते परसेंट मास W/W वस्तुत्व हरण वस्तुत्व मास बाय मास और वेट बाय वेट परसेंट सो कहि दबो से कहि देइची केते ना 10.46% ताले 100 ग्राम कंपाउंड रे अछि केते ग्राम 10.46 किंतु आमे जानिचु 100 ग्राम रे अच्छी केते ना 10.46 ग्राम ब्रोमीन अच्छी इट हाउस तारो एक्सपेरिमेंटल डिटर्मिनेशन एंड हियर वी नो मोलर मास होची 315 plus 44n एतिकी ग्राम से पॉलीमर कंपाउंड रे कंटेन्स के कहि परिबो केते ग्राम ब्रोमीन यस
10.46 by
हां
sir 10.46 by 100 into 315 into plus 449.
अरे बाबू मिस कृष्ण प्रिया मु पचरची कोन तमे कहउछो कोन मु पचरची ए मोलार मास जोटा पॉलीमर रो मोलार मास रे ग्राम मोलार मास रे केते ग्राम ब्रोमीन अछि तापर हमें 100 ग्राम पई बाहर करिबा दैट इज अ सेपरेट स्टोरी मु कहउची गोटे ग्राम मोलार मास रे केते ग्राम ब्रोमीन अछि रुद्र हाथ टेकिलानी मु किंतु सेही मिस प्रिया को पचारिबा को चाहूची से जदी कहि देबे आई विल बी एक्सट्रीमली हैप्पी मिस प्रिया चेष्टा करो तुम कौन कहूथुलो से तो छाड़ ठीक कही थई पारो मु किंतु पिन पॉइंटेडली पचारछि गोटे ग्राम मोलार मास ऑफ दिस पॉलीमर रे केते ग्राम ब्रोमीन अछि वेल ए कंपोजिशन स्टोइकियोमेट्री particularly जो माने CBSE रो आसिचो they will be finding very hard but it is not that hard I tell you it's not that hard किंतु मो संगे आउ किछि दिन बसिले जब मु आरंभ करिवि स्टोइकियोमेट्री काली रेगुलर बेसिस कंपोजिशन स्टोइकियोमेट्री किंतु पूर्वरु फंडामेंटल मोल कांसेप्ट आज जेमति हेले टिकी करि दियो please do not take the pretext of backlog like ion electron method Miss Tripathy forget it जेतिक हेलानी I am convinced that you have got the access to ये आउ जेतिक नाही परे करिवा आमे परवर्ती काल रे करिवा because Rome is not built in a day आमे किंतु मोर कांसेप्ट रे टिके छाकु छाडरा करनी छाडले से रहि जीवो आमे आगे आगे जीवा मोर कांसेप्ट रहि रहि जीवो राइट ओके सीजल को पचरिबा सीजल में नुआ पिला
Sir, 240.
240 240
Yes, sir.
precisely correct नुए रुद्र and okay
आज्ञा सर
एटी ब्रोमीन तीनटा
Yes.
अछि गोटे ब्रोमीन रो मोलार मास बा एटॉमिक मास जदी 80 हुए 80 into 3 होची 3 8 जा 24 240 ग्राम सो 8 रो मोलार मास होची इन टर्म्स ऑफ n 315 plus 44 n ग्राम रे अछि 240 ग्राम ब्रोमीन ताले 100 ग्राम रे केते बार करी की ताकू इक्वेट करबा 10.46 सागरे सो एतिकी ग्राम पॉलीमर रे अछि 240 ग्राम ब्रोमीन ताले एक रे केते एवं 100 ग्राम रे केते सो जोटा कहउथिले मिस विष्णुप्रिया ए सॉरी कृष्णप्रिया सेटा 240 टा कहउ नथिले 240 by 315 plus 44 n into 100 एतिकी किंतु एक्सपेरिमेंटली बाहरिची ऑलरेडी एलिमेंटल एनालाइजर ऑलरेडी बाहरली सो फ्रॉम द डेटा we can equate data 240 by 315 plus 44n into 100 that is equal to 10.46 so please calculate for me what is the value of n should be a whole number you have to round off to the nearest whole number
सर 44.98 होची तो 5 जो 45 कर दो
44.9 जदि 0.5 रो अधिक आसला ताहले it will be rounded up to 45 experimental error संगरे सेमति आछि so that has to be rounded up to 45 so देखो केते बडो मॉलिक्यूल टा केते बडो तार मोलर मास एटी 40 n टा 45 तरे 45 into 3 सेतिकिटा कार्बन 45 into 8 सेतिकिटा हाइड्रोजन in addition to 3 hydrogen and 6 carbon which are constant this n repetition of C3H8 unit not the other units so n टा बाहरिला से पचरची कोन फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ n रो वैल्यू होची 45 आंसर कोन देची शेयर देची मिस्टर आयुष
Yes,
आशुतोष
sir.
आज्ञा सर से दे
मिस्टर आयुष आशुतोष कोडे गले एबे टिके टिके
Yes, sir.
एबे टिके टिके तुमको हेज आसिलानी कोन पई आयोनिक इक्विलिब्रियम टा ए सॉरी आयोनिक इक्वेशन टा हमें एते इंटरेस्टेड नबा
Yes, sir.
ओके आज जो क्वेश्चन टा समिधा पचारला सेतरे मोड भूल देछि मु केवल को नुए यू विल फाइंड सम दिस टाइप्स ऑफ मिस्टेक्स ऑफ एंड ऑन सब बेले पाई पारो बाई मिस्टेक से देथिबो क्वेश्चन सेटर किंबा जानि के देथिबो नहीं एटा मु जानि के देनी एक्चुअली लेट मी कंसीड लेवल 2 no number answer hela no 45 yes okay do you have anything other than this to ask me so that I will start my today's journey welcome to those who are watching very carefully from a distance in YouTube hi all and I congratulate you for your patience that here in Zoom you integrate directly with the instructor but there you cannot directly integrate you need to have a great patience dharya darkar emanuktu adhika dharya darkar So it has a level. Now let us focus. Karna au jodi ta bhitere pasijiba stoichiometry calculation bhitere pasiba etere puni gas analysis achi because I will definitely make my program as qualitative as it used to be. It used to be, and to my satisfaction. So kalitu seta habo. आजिठू भी आरंभ हो गलानी माने मैं जो लेवल 2 को गलानी हमें आरंभ हो गलानी सो ओके नाउ सी no this time I will not make any experiment to explain all the redox reaction in terms of the potential individual potential of the half cells and then finding the potential difference PD. So I have failed because accepting Rudra. Yes, your Ayush se pila na hochi Rudra sangare tamari school ro pila se bartman medical sorry medical कोठी पाइ थिबो बहुत ब्रिलियंट पिला तम स्कूल रो जानिଛ रुद्र
No, sir.
ନାଇଁ ସେ ତମଠୁ 3-4 ବର୍ଷ ବଡ ହେବେ ସେ ତେଣୁ ସେ ତାଙ୍କରି ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ କରିଥିଲି ରୁଦ୍ର ଆଉ 2-4ଟା ଭଲ ପିଲା ତମ ସ୍କୁଲରୁ ଅନ୍ୟ ସ୍କୁଲ ଥିଲେ ସୋ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ସପେରିମେଣ୍ଟ କରୁଥିଲି ବଟ୍ ଆଇ ଫେଲ୍ଡ ମିଜରେବଲି ସେ ବର୍ଷ ବହୁତ ପିଲା ଜଏନ୍ କରିଥିଲେ ବଟ୍ ମେଜରିଟି ଅଫ୍ ଦେମ୍ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ବାଷ୍ପରୁଦ୍ଧ ହେଲା they were suffocated with so much of information loading. So let me कहीदेवी आपको देख नहीं बोली कारण तुमको लिखेबी केतोड़ा जिनस तुम जानिच जो मेटल एक्टिविटी सीरीज जानिच रिडॉक्स रिएक्शन रे पसले जो कि ऑलरेडी तुम जानिच देयर विल बी चेंज इन ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर गोटे ऑक्सीडाइज्ड हबो बाय लॉस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड गोटे रिड्यूस्ड हबो बाय गेन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड द ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर्स विल बी चेंजिंग while in non redox metathesis there is no change and in displacement reaction there are 3 types. सुनी दियो तापर मु करेबी metal displacement, hydrogen displacement, halogen displacement. In metal displacement, you know there is a series called metal activity series. So actually that is called electrochemical series that depends on the electrode potential. जोटा कि मु कहि भी नहीं, I have deleted, but you know the sequence of the activity of metals: potassium, calcium, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, chromium, iron, lead. Hydrogen is in the middle, although it is not a metal, but to compare the metals which can displace hydrogen from acids and water with those which cannot, we have kept hydrogen. Otherwise, there is no point in keeping hydrogen in a metal activity series. That is why I told this is actually not metal activity series. It is the electrochemical series or electromotive series. And in class 8, we used to remember this series for few metals along with hydrogen with a interesting, statement that please Charles send monkeys and zebras in lead hard cages with maximum security guard. This P stands for potassium, K. Charles stands for C, calcium. Sodium, S. Sodium is language sodium, but the formula, the symbol is Na, and so on. Monkeys, M stands for magnesium, and so on. So those days are no more existent. Your class 11, you will be coming across with multiple metals, not restricted to these 10, 11 metals. Right? So, and some more metals I have kept in their corresponding oxidation potentials. The highest, the one which has got मजबूरन मुझे बोलना पड़ता है क्योंकि है आपको अच्छा लगेगा. Don't worry, I will not bring you to complicacy. The one which has got a greater oxidation potential will have a greater tendency to undergo oxidation, and it is a better reducing agent. So these have been found out experimentally. Lithium to lithium plus this oxidation has a potential of 3.03 volt. And in this, that is why you find calcium is a better reducing agent than sodium. But in your school, you used to say sodium comes ahead of potassium. I'm sorry, sodium comes ahead of calcium. Yes, that was not untrue. I told to the uranium guys that yes, so far as the vigor of the reaction, the speed of the reaction, the virulence of the reaction is concerned, sodium reacts more vigorously with water than calcium. But the amount of heat produced from 1 mole of calcium is more than that of sodium. So thermodynamically, calcium is more active than sodium. Kinetically, who runs faster? But runs to a lesser distance, calcium runs to a greater distance. So who will be the winner, calcium or sodium? Who falls down after maybe 50-meter ride running in a fast rate, falls down of leg cramping. But calcium, goes to 100-meter and finishes that line. So thermodynamically, calcium is more active than sodium. So that was because it was the activity was kinetic activity. But here in class 11, 12, all this, you will be knowing the thermodynamic activity coming from the electrochemical series. And you find zinc is there, zinc, above zinc, aluminum, magnesium, and below zinc, iron, cobalt, nickel, tin, lead. So tin, lead, they are the last ones, very close to hydrogen. They can displace hydrogen from acids, not from water in any manner. And those which are below hydrogen, they have negative oxidation potential. They can never ever, the one which has a greater oxidation potential than hydrogen. Hydrogen has been presumed to be zero. Presumed, arbitrarily we have taken to be 0 volt. Compared to hydrogen, other metals which are above it, they have positive potential, oxidation potential. And below it, they have got a lesser tendency for than hydrogen undergoing oxidation to form H plus ion. So they can't displace hydrogen either from water or from acids. Now this is the metal activity series. So this ionic equation is feasible. We can put a piece of zinc rod on ferrous sulfate solution. You know from class 7 that the green ferrous sulfate solution will be colorless, as zinc ion is colorless, but ferrous ion is green. So this is a feasible, a possible displacement reaction, because zinc is having greater activity, or we can now say zinc has a greater oxidation potential than iron. So in the face of ferrous ion, zinc will be oxidized, will be vomiting 2 electrons, and these 2 electrons will be accepted by ferrous ion, and that will be reduced to metallic iron. So these are the displacement reaction feasible. Zinc can displace copper, aluminum can displace copper, iron can displace copper, and so on. This, this is class 6. These things There is no point at all. And the metals which are very close to the top, lithium to aramokari, sodium parjanta, they can displace, as you know, hydrogen from even cold water. And the reactions are highly exothermic. And corresponding hydroxides are formed, and the metal goes from 0 state to +1 or +2 depending on the metal, and hydrogen from +1 to 0. But beyond sodium, guys like iron, guys like zinc, iron, aluminum, they produce hydrogen, no doubt, from water, but under hot condition, either boiled water or steam. Aluminum better reacts when it is in the form of amalgam. What is amalgam? An alloy of any metal with mercury metal. That alloy is called an amalgam. Aluminum amalgam react faster than only aluminum metal. Although mercury has no chemical role to play, but it makes the reaction more kinetically feasible. And when you take boiled water, you get hydroxide, all these less active metals. But when you use steam, only steam, you will not get hydroxide, you will get oxide. Similarly, this is a very famous reaction which you have done in class 10, when red hot iron will be reacting with superheated steam coming from one side of the tube, and here is the red hot iron. Then it will form a typical mixed oxide, which you know has an average oxidation number of +8/3, but there are 1+2 type and 2+3 type, Fe3O4, ferric oxide or magnetic oxide. Similarly, beryllium also displaces hydrogen under hot condition. Very recent finding has revealed that even less active metal like beryllium can displace hydrogen at a very high temperature, greater than 700 degrees Celsius. Whenever you find this volt data, you just close your eyes, close your nose, close your ears. We become three monkeys of Mahatma Gandhi. Don't see bad thing, don't speak bad thing, don't smell, don't speak, don't see, don't hear bad things. But you can smell bad things. Pungent smelling is allowed. You deeply breathe in some pungent smelling H2S gas, that is allowed. There is no monkey to represent bad smelling, is to be accepted. But oh, and no, sorry. Well, from acids, when I said acid, you never venture nitric acid. Nitric acid is too dangerous because it is oxidizing. Hydrogen dabani. Hydrogen के बदले में NO2, NO, N2O, sometimes nitrogen that will form, because that itself is a strong way under any condition. But dilute HCl रे hydrogen displacement हबो जो माने hydrogen ऊपर अछंती, even lead. But किसी समय परे से passive हे जीवो कारण lead chloride layer टा insoluble passive हे जीवो. And there is a halogen activity series. Fluorine उल्टाटा. एठी तुमको टिके इजी कर दउची रुद्र बैच रे मु टिके एक्सपेरिमेंट करथिली and Rudra and few others, they really enjoyed that, but many others that was little hard for them. I thought I will sweep everyone into, transport everyone into that concept, but I failed. There is no point in conceding defeat. You know, a scientist performs hundreds of experiments, but out of hundreds, he or she succeeds only maybe 1,000 experiments, one success. That is the story of a scientist. And then only, unless you have an infinite patience, you cannot be a scientist, true scientist. So fluorine has the highest tendency to get reduced. Its reduction potential is the highest. Then chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. I am not, therefore these are very good oxidizing, oxidizing agents. So those metals, starting from lithium, they were very good reducing agents because they have got a high oxidation potential, positive oxidation potential. Emanakara positive reduction potentials. 2.87 volt is fluorine to be reduced to fluoride ion. So fluorine to adhika, chlorine hochi 1.36, bromine hochi 1.08 volt, iodine hochi matra 0.54 volt. So the best oxidizing agent is fluorine. Fluorine can displace chlorine from chloride salt. Chlorine can displace bromine from bromide and iodine from iodide salt. Fluorine can displace chlorine, bromine, iodine from chloride, bromide, iodide salt. And in this manner, I have written here, fluorine is able to displace bromine from bromide salt. Chlorine able to displace iodine from iodide salt. But bromine has no English have no bone in the tongue to displace iodine or fluorine from fluoride salt, because fluorine is above in the halogen activity series. So bromine, chlorine, iodine, they cannot displace fluorine from a fluoride salt. It is not possible. You will learn in electrochemistry that this hypothetical reaction equation will have a potential difference negative. The potential difference has to be positive. Then only electron flow will occur. When we say electron flow, we mean it. But physics people will say the direction of current is opposite to the direction of electron flow. Okay. Okay, that is their convention. We honor that because all the rules, Fleming's rules and all that, those are based on that rule, which was very primitive. At that time, electron was not discovered, but the electromagnetism was discovered. These Fleming's rule were propounded. So they decided not to change the direction of the current is from the positive electrode to the negative electrode, from the one which is suffering a reduction to the one which is suffering oxidation, right? Forget about that. এটা হলা halogen activity series ମୁଁ ସବୁ ଲେଖେଇବି ଏଇଟା ଦେଖନେ এটা হলা first lecture ମୋର ଥିଲା metal and non-metal activity series, the hydrogen displacement, halogen displacement and metal displacement. Let's go to the second one. Here এটা ଟିକେ कर देई परिबो एଗୁडाक आराम रे करि परिबो सेई जो series टा अछि जोडाक देखिचो एई particularly जो मु बड series टा देइछि आउरी बड देबी आउ टिके परे मु टिके गोटे डोज देली ସେଥିରେ କି ଗୁଡେ ଅଧିକା ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ସେଇ ଯୋଉଟା ଗୀତରେ ବୋଲିଥିଲେ ପ୍ଲିଜ ଚାର୍ଲସ ସେଣ୍ଡ monkeys and zebras ଅଳ୍ପ ଟିକେ ମେଟାଲ ଥିଲା ତାଠୁ ଅଧିକା ଏଠି ଦେଲି ତଳେ ଉପରେ ଅଧିକା ଟିକେ ଦେଲି କିନ୍ତୁ ଆହୁରି ଅଧିକା ଦେବି as we proceed further and further. ତମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପୁରାଣ ଶୁଣ. As long as I am lecturing, you continue to listen to me, but we shall vigorously diving into a writing program after a bit. So going to the second one, this is the second one, redox reaction part 2, where I will be acquainting you with all different types of reactions. To begin with, we take thermal decomposition. Now these things are very simple. Combination or synthesis that you have studied in class 10, that if two reactants, may the two reactants be elements or one element, one compound or two compounds. But if one compound will be formed in the right side, there will be only one compound, then such reactions are combination. In this case, these are, two elements, aluminum and chlorine. They are heated together to form aluminum chloride, the binary compounds. These are called binary compounds because two elements. But here, NO plus O2, this NO is a compound. But the product side, there is only one compound. So this is also a combination reaction or synthesis reaction. Phosphorus pentoxide, trioxide with excess oxygen will give you phosphorus pentoxide. SO2, O2, SO3. Even the two elements, iron and oxygen, will give you ferric oxide. Magnesium, nitrogen, and these are all synthesis or combination reaction. You can find out the oxidation number is changing. These are also, both are compounds, calcium oxide and water. We kept it under metathesis. Undoubtedly, they are metathesis combination. Tomo bahire 10th class re kono 11th re kono ye sabu combination mane combination. There is no categorization as per redox and non-redox. जोड़िए variety एक combination जामे पढ़िले सेटा redox भी ही परिबो. Majority of them are redox, but metathesis रो भी combination अच्छी like SO3 संगरे water मिसले H2SO4, magnesium oxide रे carbon dioxide हेले magnesium carbonate, carbon dioxide संगे जदि calcium oxide दबा कि calcium hydroxide दबा, you'll get calcium carbonate. All these are also combination. ताको हमें भी एक कथा भी कोई परिबा. Acid संगे base, carbon dioxide is an acidic oxide, just like an acid reacting with a base. And this is the hydration of an acid anhydride. This is the hydration of an acid anhydride to form the corresponding acid. This is also the hydration of a base to form hydroxide. It is one of the 11 metathesis. Metathesis under astu, but it's also combination. Combustion reaction is it's burning in a visible burning in oxygen, excess air or oxygen to produce the corresponding product. If it is hydrogen, then the combustion product is water. If it is carbon, if it is complete combustion with excess air, then carbon dioxide. If it is incomplete combustion, you don't give adequate air, then it will be forming carbon monoxide, sometimes formaldehyde, sometimes methanol. Some more pollutant gases will come out along with carbon monoxide if the combustion is not complete. That's what I am written. I have balanced it. These, although they are redox reactions, I prefer that you should balance by heat and trial. Just look to carbon number 6, multiply 6 here. Don't go for finding out, for organic molecules to find oxidation number is just a fun. There is no need. Oxidation number concept is more applicable for inorganic reactions. Although for organic compounds, as I have given in my handout for glucose, I have drawn the structure of glucose and I have asked you to find out the oxidation number of each carbon. Who has seen that particular slide? Raise your hands. That particular slide where I have given the structure of glucose or some big molecule, and I have asked to find out the oxidation number of each carbon. Only one, Rudra. And Ashish Tripathy. Well, मुझे दोस्त लोग देखो. And if it is incomplete combustion, you get other very pollutant gases like formaldehyde, methanol, carbon monoxide के साथ दूसरे gases भी आ सकते हैं. तो इसीलिए it is a very threat to our pollution, environmental pollution. And now comes thermal decomposition. We shall be knowing different types of thermal decomposition. If a particular one compound is split into more than one smaller compounds, that is called thermal decomposition. It is called decomposition. And if this decomposition is carried out by heating, then that is called thermolysis or thermal decomposition. And they are mostly self-redox reaction. I mean, one element will be oxidized. The other element inside the same substance will be reduced. Most of them are self-redox or auto-redox reaction. Now, first to begin with the decomposition of nitrate salts. Nitrate salts, all nitrates excepting alkali metal nitrates, they break down in this style. They give you two gases. One of them is very, this very catchy, that is reddish brown NO2, and along with that, buy one get one free oxygen gas, and the oxide of the metal. And you can find out the changes in oxidation number. Nitrogen from +5 to +4 and oxygen from -2 to 0. So this is a self-redox or auto-redox reaction. But alkali metal nitrates, they decompose in a different style. They do not give the reddish brown NO2. Instead, they give only oxygen and the corresponding nitrite. So in this case, nitrogen goes from +5 to +3 and oxygen from -2 to 0. But as we learned in case of, carbonates lithium carbonate was decomposing like other carbonates. Unlike sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, carbonates are stable to heat. They don't change with heat supplying heat. In the same manner, here reaction occurs in sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium nitrates in a different style, no NO2 gas, but this lithium, the cuniest member, is very funny. It reacts like as if it is lead nitrate, zinc nitrate, calcium nitrate, other nitrates. It produces NO2 and O2 and the corresponding oxide, no nitrite formation. Later on, you will know why such a thing is happening when you know the crystal structure, how there is a mismatch between the negative ion and the positive ion, and have a tendency, you will know about the Fajan's rule. Then you will realize why decomposition is happening so in a different way in lithium and not in other alkali metal nitrates. We'll not go into the details of the logic behind why in case of lead and other nitrates, we are getting NO2 and oxide of the metal, and why not in alkali metals? It's going in a different style altogether. And again, why not in lithium? And this is very typical. So far, we have studied, not write down because you will know you will love to revise redox reactions. We have studied A, displacement. Under displacement, we have three types of displacement. What? Hydrogen displacement. Then अरे तुम्हें अच्छो ना मुख खाली सुंदर कहूँ then what other displacement? Hydrogen displacement. Halogen we write shortly as X2, Cl2Br2, halogen displacement. And we somehow appreciated that this metal displacement and hydrogen displacement, they work on the oxidation potential, and this is based on the reduction potential. But forget about those things. मुँह आदत से मजबूर होके कभी कभी बोल देता हूँ, लेकिन ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगा क्योंकि. And then second, we learned about combination or synthesis, which you already learned from class 10. Then also we have seen combustion reaction, where the substance will be burned, particularly the organic compounds, they produce carbon dioxide and water. There is no nitrogen, other elements, sulfur, phosphorus, then only carbon, hydrogen, oxygen compounds, they give carbon dioxide and water under complete combustion. If it is not complete, incomplete, then you get some dirty gases, I mean, polluting gases, poisonous gases like carbon monoxide, combustion. And then now we are doing thermal decomposition. Under thermal decomposition, let me give you first the nitrates. We'll see so many types. So write down the products. I have changed to copper, doesn't matter. But I have changed to potassium nitrate. All nitrates, I have changed to lithium nitrate. Exception? Then exception is equal to no exception. Exception square. Now, while you predict the products, don't make any attempt to balance it. Balancing, आप जानते हैं ये बाएं हाथ का खेल आपका. अगर मेरा जो बैलेंसिंग कोर्स जितना भी मैंने बहुत तो नहीं, maybe a few examples I have given you, practice questions I have given you, अगर इसको आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो मुझे नहीं लगता है आपका कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा. नहीं, मुझे नहीं लगता है आपका कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं प्रॉब्लम होगा. नहीं होगा नहीं. I don't think there will be any problem, difficulty that you will face. Benzyl, so हो गया. ये तो है different, all 99% of the nitrates they decompose in this style, NO2 and O2, along with the oxide of the metal. Copper oxide is black. And this potassium, rubidium, cesium, not lithium, sodium, potassium, sodium से cesium तक, it will give you the corresponding nitrite plus oxygen. And this, the cunious member, will be falling into the trap of others, forming its oxide, NO2 and O2, right? And ammonium nitrate, this is very funny. Ammonium nitrate and ammonium nitrite. Its decomposition, both the salts, they decompose in such a manner, there is no residue. All turns into vapors and go away. Supposing we take ammonium nitrite, I think I did give you to explain how two different oxidation numbers are present in this molecule. The trick is you remove a maximum number of H2O molecules possible from this formula. So, ethru keteta water molecule nahi paribo. Chandramani Babu, if you are a student I am addressing, if you are not, you are watching us, then I am sorry. Vishnu Priya madam, I am saying only when if you are a student, otherwise not. If you are a teacher or a guardian watching us, then no worries at all. I'm sorry. yes केतेटा मैक्सिमम पानी नहीं परिबो सीजन
Sir, 2.
2 वाटर मैक्सिमम नहीं गला परे आउ बढ़ुची कोन न चारिटा हाइड्रोजन दीटा ऑक्सीजन मिसी के दीटा वाटर पळेला वाटर वेपर ही पळेला आउ जो बाकी रहला दीटा नाइट्रोजन मिसले कोन हो N2 सी भी पळेला टेस्ट ट्यूब रे आउ किछि रहइबनी सब वेपर ही पळेबो सो एथरे किए देखैबो कोन चेंज हला ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर मु कहूची नाइट्रोजन एठी अमोनियम आयन रे -3 इट इज 0 इटी नाइट्राइट आयन रे +3 to 0 दिस इज कॉल्ड कॉम्प्रोपोर्शनेशन आ गुटे मु नाटा देवी same element from two different oxidation states will be converging into one state ए water टा obvious product hydrogen and oxygen कुआडे जिवे सो तो रहिबे ना so these are called compro but basically thermal decomposition but it has got a different it has got another alternative name that is comproportionation सेमिति अमोनियम नाइट्रेट को हिट कले कोन हो एक्जेक्टली लॉजिक इज सेया ताको हिट कले रो चिन्ह दबा मैक्सिमम वाटर जेति की नबा कथा चली गला परे सब तक हाइड्रोजन चली गला आउ जदी बळी जीवो गोटे ऑक्सीजन तले कोन होबो
Sir, laughing gas.
हर्षिता इज वेरी अटेंटिव वेरी गुड मु देखुची सेटा किंतु ए माने तो निश्चय रहिबे अटेंटिव सब से माने बसथिले ये सो एठी दीटा वाटर चली गला परे आ गोटे ओ बळीबो N2 बढ़ला सो N2O हबो एठी दिस इज व्हाट वी से लाफिंग गैस सो एठी नाइट्रोजन ता सही -3 रु गला +1 को एटा N2 रे +1 एवरेज एंड एठी +5 रु नाइट्रेट आयन रे +1 so this is also another comproportionation reaction it is not disproportionation ता कुछ गोटे ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट रु दीटा डिफरेंट ऑक्सीडेशन को जीव ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट्स को जीव कोटी ये रे प्रोडक्ट रे किंतु एठी दीटा डिफरेंट ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट रु गोटे को जीव राइट सो इटा हला अच्छा आ गोटे इंटरेस्टिंग जिंस जोटा पिला माने करंती आर्टिफिशियल वोल्केनो एक्सपेरिमेंट इटा अमोनियम डाइक्रोमेट से अमोनियम सॉल्ट चली बर्त नाइट्रेट गला डाइक्रोमेट सॉल्ट है नंबर मु किछ लेखुनी गोटे बुलेट दे दूची अमोनियम डाइक्रोमेट रो फार्मूला कोन हबो अमोनियम डाइक्रोमेट व्हाट विल बी द फार्मूला हु कैन टेल मी प्रणव डोंट वरी जेति की हे परिबो जति तमे बसी परुछ मो क्लास रे दैट इज एनफ तो बहुत खराब लागुची तुम मते कहि देई पार सर मु आउ रही पारुनी बिकॉज आई एम नॉट एबल टू विथस्टैंड कहि देई पार कहि देई करी रहि जाई पार किछि नै मु 10 दिन मु जानि छी किछि नहले रुद्र आयुष निश्चय रहिबे मु जानि छी अदरवाइज दे हैव सम वेरी इंपोर्टेंट वर्क more important than
NH4 hold to Cr2O7
वाह प्रणव नुआ जॉइन करी भी ठीक ठाक कहि दूची एडे बड़ डिफिकल्ट मॉलिक्यूल अमोनियम आयन इज +1 एंड डाइक्रोमेट इज 2 Cr2O7 so NH4 hold 2 याकू जदी हिट करिवो कोन हबो जानछो से आर्टिफिशियल वोल्केनो एक्सपेरिमेंट ताकू कोन कोनते टेस्ट ट्यूब रे नेई ताको लुचै करी रखि थांते ता भितरे बुनसेन बनर थाए गोटे ताकू ठीक गोटे पहाड़ भलिया करी ये करी रखि थांते गोटे कणा कर दी थांते से टेस्ट ट्यूब बाहर तळे हीटिंग टा करंती देखा जाय नै जेम्स हीटिंग करिवो सिथ्रु लाभा विल बी erupting out from inside that mountain so you will get that and nitrogen gas will come and it will drive all the lava out so you padibo but the lava is green it will form nitrogen gas and chromic oxide lava I'm just kidding and water. Can you show me what are the changes that has happened in this reaction? Nitrogen gas एडे जोरे बाहरिबो से क्रोमिक ऑक्साइड को से नै क्रोमियम 3 ऑक्साइड को से नै कि ता पिठरे बाहरिबो जेंति लाभा उद्गिरण होउची. So who can tell me it kahar kon change hochi is this self redox reaction this is not even a comproportionation these are different element it's a self redox reaction or auto redox reaction. Rudra is now Ayush ready. Yes, Ayush कहलो.
सर नाइट्रोजन रो -3 रु 0 और क्रोमियम रो +6 रु +3
Precisely. -3 थिला एठी अमोनियम आयन होल 2 को मारो बोली ताको अलगा कर दियो NH4+ रे नाइट्रोजन जेति की अमोनियम डाइक्रोमेट रे सेति की अमोनियम क्रोमेट रे सेति की अमोनियम क्लोराइड रे सेति की सब सेति सो नाइट्रोजन होची -3 तळे लिखुची सो -3 रु एठी 0 एंड क्रोमियम केते एठी +6 डाइक्रोमेट आयन रे करो अलगा क्रोमियम भारिबो +6 रु एठी +3 +6 रु +3 कमिला so this is reduction and this is oxidation this is a self redox reaction एजेंट का को हम कहबानी सही गोटिए कंपाउंड रे दीटा जाक एलिमेंट अछंती तणो एठी ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट जीए रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट सीए नोबडी आस्क्स फॉर व्हिच इज OA and which is RA in such auto redox reaction or disproportionation or comproportionation reaction right सेमती आउ केतोडा को मु देखौची सो एटा लेक्सलनी समझते समिता लेक्सलनी
yes sir.
वेरी गुड अच्छा आउ गोटे देखो तुमको एटा तुम कहि साइलेनी एटा इजी मर्क्यूरिक ऑक्साइड दीज आर अनस्टेबल मेटालिक ऑक्साइड मर्क्यूरिक ऑक्साइड को हीट खाली कर देले से एलिमेंट गुडा सेपरेट हे जिवे सेमिति ए हाइड्राइड्स गुडा अमोनिया फॉस्फीन एमान को जदी बेसी हाई टेंपरेचर हीट करिवो दे विल आल्सो डिकम्पोज टू देयर एलिमेंट्स अमोनियम डाइक्रोमेट कथा तो मुझे कहूली आर्टिफिशियल वोल्केनो एक्सपेरिमेंट रे व्यवहार करा जाए एंड दीज आर कॉल्ड एजाइड सॉल्ट Na N3 - is called azide बेरियम नाइट्राइड बेरियम रो वैलेंसी 2 एजाइड रो वैलेंसी 1 ताको हिट करले नाइट्रोजन गैस बाहरिबो तापर बैलेंस कर दो हां एटा गोटे वेरी वेरी फेमस रिएक्शन टू गेट ऑक्सीजन इन द लैबोरेटरी मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन इज वन ऑफ देम इज दिस The other method is forming heating nitrate salts, not other nitrates. Potassium nitrate नेले आउ कबाब में हड्डी NO2 बाहरिबोनी खाली ऑक्सीजन गैस बाहरिबो and chlorate salt को मध्य नेले बाहरिबो potassium chlorate को हीट कले you get strongly हीट कले अब chloride and oxygen chlorine +5 ru -1 oxygen -2 ru 0 this is also a self redox but तमे हाई टेंपरेचर को अवॉइड करिया पे टिके कैटलिस्ट नहीं परिबो manganese dioxide टिके मिसई दबो that it is a catalyst it doesn't undergo any chemical change से किंतु it will be hastening of the reaction so फटकिनी तमे ऑक्सीजन पाई जिवो यदि if you add a bit of MnO2 with potassium chlorate in that particular solid mixture metal sulfate मानु को हीट कले मु देबी sulfate मानु को हीट कले but not alkali metal sulfates and not lithium sulfate सब गुडा को बड़ पिलांग भलिया से कुनीटा हे कि बड़ पिलांग भलिया बिहेव करियो बट अदर सल्फेट्स से स्ट्रांगली हिट करिवो से दीटा गैस देबे NO2 भलिया SO2 एंड ऑक्सीजन बाय 1 गेट 1 फ्री एंड करेस्पोंडिंग ऑक्साइड एटा गोटे तुम 10th क्लास रे पढिथिलो मने पकाओ तुम थिला 10th बॉय रे NCERT बॉय रे तुम ओडिया बॉय रे फेरस सल्फेट को हिट कले ग्रीन फेरस सल्फेट को हिट कले अवश्य ग्रीन विट्रियोल जोडा थिला ग्रीन सेटा आउ नाही आई एम सो सॉरी दिस हैज बिकम व्हाइट बिकॉज़ सातटा पानी आउ नाही as long as there is no pani no green color it becomes white colorless actually white dekha jaye so that colorless white salt anhydrous ferrous sulfate को further heat kale tome पाइबो ferric oxide and the two siblings SO2 sangre SO3 together पाइबो so here +2 iron टा +3 हेची एटा कोन पळि आसला याडू हा कोन हला अच्छा जा हेची +2 टा +3 एंड ऑक्सीजन टा सॉरी सल्फर टा +6 रु +4 एटा जो SO3 टा से +6 एटा बाय 1 गेट 1 फ्री सिरा सु +6 टा +6 रहला किंतु +4 तो अछि ना गोटे रिडक्शन हेची ना सो एटा हला फेरस सल्फेट रो तुम जानि छ बट what my moot point is now you see every reaction whether they are non-redox or redox if redox try to find out in a flask without a glass or a glass without a glass you just find mane in a flask you find kon change age potassium permanganate को यदि heat करिवा ताले से दबो potassium manganate manganese dioxide and oxygen ए दीटा रेसिड्यू रही जिवे ये ऑक्सीजन टा पळेबो एंड दिस इज आल्सो a comproportionation reaction where manganese I'm sorry self redox reaction not comproportionation self redox manganese टा दीटा reduction है +7 ରୁ +6 +7 ରୁ +4 and गोटे oxidation oxygen -2 ରୁ 0 metal hydride मानकु hit कले तांकर elements माने से दे दियंती corresponding elements and there are photochemical decomposition जोटा मध्य class 10 रे पढिचो जे silver chloride silver bromide which are used in photography plate आगु यूज होतला से मानकु जदी लाइट पकेबो ता ऊपर से माने डिकम्पोज करके तांका एलिमेंट दे देबे just h nu stands for light, you know. Nu is the frequency, you'll be knowing. Planck's and h is the Planck's constant. Polyasticity. This is thermal, as this is photochemical. Thermal होची खाली heat देख रही है thermal photolysis. एटा हला photolysis. तना हला thermolysis, thermal decomposition. आना होची photolysis. Electrochemical. Hello. Electrochemical decomposition. Hello. Hello. Oh, no. Equals. Hello. Hello. Oh, he took it. Rudra, कौन कहूँ चुकी?
हाँ सर सुबुत
Okay. तो मैं जानी चो जो electrolysis करा जाए when a substance is in the form of either its molten state for a ionic compound or put a electrolyte को water रे dissolve करके aqueous solution को तमे जदी electricity दबो गोटे DC current दबो then जोटा न होतुवा reactions non-spontaneous reaction will happen forcefully by the application of electrical energy be converted to the chemical energy so reaction will happen sodium chloride को मनो sodium chlorine element दबनी तादर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस कले विद्युत विश्लेषण इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस कले जाई कैथोड रे बाहरिबो कोन ना सोडियम मेटल एनोड रे बाहरिबो क्लोरीन गैस it is opposite to the redox reactions which we have been discussing so far जो redox reaction देखुले जिंक सल्फेट संगरे धरो एल्युमिनियम मेटल देले एल्युमिनियम सल्फेट प्लस जिंक हे जीवो जो सब spontaneous because their potential difference are positive so they are happening the moment you mix the two it is happening spontaneously but age reaction ta non spontaneous it likhi deji eti non spontaneous eta को जबरदस्ती होउची काहे ना हमें गोटे हायर एनर्जी दउचे इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी दउचे सो दैट ताको जबरदस्ती कान भिडी करी कैटायन को पॉजिटिव आयन को आणुचे कैथोड को सेठी इलेक्ट्रॉन ताको गिळउचे सेठी रिडक्शन हेकरी से गळी पडुची एज ए न्यूट्रल एलिमेंट सेमती आनायन तादरे थंट अछि इलेक्ट्रॉन अधिका अछि सेठी इलेक्ट्रॉन से बांति कला न्यूट्रल हेकरी आइदर गैस हेकरी उडी गला किबा सेठी गळी पडिबो कोडथि गळी पडला सेमती मोल्टेन सोडियम क्लोराइड को जदी हमें इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस करिवा कैथोड रे सोडियम एनोड रे क्लोरीन मोल्टेन एल्युमिना को जदी करिवा कैथोड रे एल्युमिनियम एनोड रे ऑक्सीजन सो दिस E stands for electrolysis electrical energy or the process is electrolysis no doubt then comes disproportionation now I will be just acquainting the disproportionation reaction जोड़ा भी बहुत commonly asked जोड़ा सब inorganic जो families पढ़ा है बतमरो you know guys they are very least interested in studying inorganic reactions but you should not you should be as much interested in inorganic chemistry inorganic reactions as in physical and organic people they love physical because physical is just like physics a lot of calculations lot of conceptual understanding rules so also in organic there are a lot of rules and you love it but inorganic since you do not know the rules you feel as if you have to mug up and vomit out no that is why I'm doing this 10 days program which these guys uranium guys have been through me multiple times so chlorine sangare jodi NaOH diya jibo in case of cold and dilute NaOH then the change in oxidation number is not much it will be forming sodium hypochlorite plus sodium chloride plus water where chlorine goes from 0 to +1 in hypochlorite and same 0 to -1 so this is a real disproportionation same element reaction but the same chlorine it will react with hot and concentrated sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide this +1 will be elevated to +5 NaClO3 sodium chlorate but the lower state will be there NaCl plus water. So where equation ku ame multiple times ame taku balance kariche. In EBD method, in ON method, is molecular equation we have balanced. And also making it an ionic equation, we have also balanced the ionic equation from 0 to +5, 0 to -1. Same, similar thing will happen if you take fluorine is something different. Fluorine will also undergo disproportionation. If it is cold dilute, it will form fluoride as like chloride, but you will get a very exotic gas, oxygen difluoride, where oxygen is +2. I was talking the other day, the exceptions for oxygen, peroxide, superoxide, and oxygen difluoride. That exotic gas will be formed here in this reaction. But if it is hot and concentrated, you will get oxygen gas, not similar to chlorine. It's a different one, because fluorine is one of the best oxidizing agents among all the oxidizing agents, excepting tatu ebe baharlani gote powerful fluorine too, is called the pergenate ion, XeO6 4-. Pergenate ion. Where xenon, which is a noble gas, is in the form of a compound ion, polyatomic ion, having an oxidation state of +8. Its maximum number of electrons in the valence shell is 8. So it is exhibiting an oxidation state of +8. Pergenate XeO6 4-. I'll show you that. And this is another disproportionation, very familiar one, phosphorus element, non-metal, reacting with alkali. Here, water appears in the left side. And this reaction, if you remain with me, majre amor darkar tike hot drink. I used to sabu ଗଣ୍ଡଗୋଳିଆ ହେଇଗଲା 2020 ମସିହାରୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆସିଗଲା କଣ କି ରୋଗ ଆସିଲେ ଧରିଥିଲା ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ଶ୍ରେଣୀରେ ପଢୁଥିଲ ମୋ କୋଉ ରୋଗ କହିଲ କରୋନା 2020 ରେ କାହିଁ ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ଶ୍ରେଣୀ ହବ ମୋ ତମେ ତ ଅଷ୍ଟମ ଶ୍ରେଣୀ ପଢୁଥିବ ନାଇଁ
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
ସେବେଳଠୁ କଣ ହେଲା ନା ଆଉ ଆମ ଅଫଲାଇନ ହେଲାନି ଆଗରୁ କଣ ହଉଥିଲା ମୁଁ ୟୁରାନିୟମ ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ 8th 9th ମାନେ 10th ଗଲେ ତମମାନଙ୍କୁ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଡାକୁନଥିଲି ତମମାନଙ୍କୁ ଡାକିବେ କି ନା କୋଚିଂ ସେଣ୍ଟର ବାଲା ଆମେ ଡାକୁନୁ ଆମେ 10th ଭିତରେ ଏବେ ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟେଡ ହଉଛି ଫର ଦ ଲାଷ୍ଟ couple of years or maybe 4-5 years कोरोना परठू because এই ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରାମ ରେ ମୁଁ remotely ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରି ପାରୁଛି to others they can understand my language so ସେଇ कोरोना परठू ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ହେଇଛି 10th examine ଯୋଉମାନେ ପରୀକ୍ଷା ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି 11th ରେ ଜଏନ୍ କଲେଣି ସେମାନେ କୋଚିଂ ସେଣ୍ଟର ରେ ଜଏନ୍ କଲେଣି ତ ସେମାନେ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କୁ ହେଲ୍ପ କରିବାର ମିଳୁଛି ଜିନିଷ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ କହୁଥିଲି ଫସ୍ଫିନ୍ ମୁଁ କହୁଥିଲି ଆମର ସେଠି ଯେତେବେଳେ ହୁଏ ଅଫଲାଇନ ଯୋଉ ଆସନ୍ତି ଆମ ଘରେ ଆମର ଏଇଠି ରହନ୍ତି ଆମର ଉପରେ ହଲ୍ ବିରାଟ ବଡ଼ ହଲ୍ ଅଛି ଡର୍ମିଟରୀ ସେଇଠି ସବୁ ରହନ୍ତି ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥା କରାଯାଏ ସେମାନେ ରହନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି ତମେ ରୁଦ୍ର ଆସିଥିଲ ପରୀକ୍ଷା ଦେବା ପାଇଁ ଫାଇନାଲ ଟେଷ୍ଟ ନାଇଁ ମନେ ପଡୁଛି
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ଆଜ୍ଞା
ସେ ସେପଟ ସାଇଡରେ ଯୋଉ ଅଛି ସେଠି ରହନ୍ତି ଏଣ୍ଡ ଆମର ଏଠି କ୍ଲାସ ଚାଲେ ମୋ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଟିମ୍ ମୋ ମେମ୍ବର୍ସ ମାନେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ମେଜରିଟି ଯେହେତୁ ମୁଁ ଏଠି ରହେ ପିଲାଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ବେଶୀ ସମୟ ମୁଁ କଟାଏ so it goes for hours together and supported by ପିଲାମାନେ ମୋଟେ ଏସି ରୁମ ରେ ବସିଲେ ଖରା ଦିନ ଜୁନ ମାସ ଖରା ଦିନରେ ଏସି ରୁମ ବସିଲେ ଏଣ୍ଡ ସେମାନେ ଭଲ ପିଲା କାହିଁକି ଯିବେ ଝିଅ ଯାଆନ୍ତି କେବଳ ଏକ sometimes ଦେଢ଼ and 1 2 ଏଇଥିପାଇଁ କାହିଁକି ଯିବେ So phosphorus ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଯଦି NaOH ନିଆଗଲା ତ ଯେ ବାଇ ଚାନ୍ସ ଏମିତି ଏମିତି ଲେଖିଦେଲ ସେ ହବ କଣ ନା hypophosphite salt. Do you remember called salt? I mean acid radical negative ion called hypophosphite. कौन ता फॉर्मूला के कहबो hypophosphite सेटा फर्स्ट जो मु देइथिले टेबल टू familiarize many uncommon negative ions. fully atomic negative ions. Formula कौन? Hypophosphite H2PO2 -1. Sodium hypophosphite H2PO2. H2PO2 रो -1, sodium रो +1. So Na H2PO2 plus phosphine बाहरिबो. रसुण स्मेल रो गैस. धर एटा मु कहिबी एठी टिक आउट ऑफ द वे रे मु जाउची. यार आयोनिक इक्वेशन डेवलप करो. एटा गैस, एटा एक सोडियम सॉल्ट्स आर कंपाउंड, एटा एक, एटा सॉलिड. फास्फोरस टा पानी भितरे रहे. पानी भितरे ताको स्टोर करा जाय बेंजीर, because phosphorus when comes to air it spontaneously reacts forming trioxide and pentoxide. So to avoid reaction it is stored under water. Like the alkali metals, sodium, potassium, they are stored under kerosene because they react also with water vigorously. Phosphorus is stored under water. So एटार लेखिलो देखिबा आयोनिक इक्वेशन कोन होबो. बाय चांस मन को भूल हे जाईची P4 plus OH minus जानि गलो एठी H2PO2 minus प्लस एटा तो गैस टा वाटर फाटर नाही न थाउ ऑटोमेटिकली पळे आसीबो. याकू चलो तुम तो स्ट्रगल करूचो बिली कहूतलो समिता याकू बेसिक मीडियम रे कलो P4 गला 0 रु +1 को एठी देखिबो +1 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑक्सीडेशन हला लिखिबोनी +1 बिली हैरान रे पड़ जिवो. So phosphorus in oxidation state becomes hypophosphite ion. ताकू जदि हमें बैलेंस करिबा phosphorus 4टा अछि आगो 4 रे गुणिबा 4 दुणे 8टा ऑक्सीजन हे गला तेनु 8टा वाटर करिबा. एठी अछि 16टा हाइड्रोजन, एठी अछि 8टा हाइड्रोजन. तो एक्सेस अछि केतेटा ना 8टा एई पट साइड रे. तो 8टा OH माइनस आयन एठी ऐड करिबा सेम साइड रे जो पट एक्सेस अछि 8टा वाटर संगे संगे ऐड करिबा अपोजिट साइड रे. देन अरे 8 वाटर को कटि जिवो. No, something wrong. 4 2s are 8, 8 water. 16 minus 8, 8 OH minus 8 water. Oh, by the way, 8 water कटि गला नहीं 16 8 8 8 देखिबा कोन होछि. So equalization of charge एठी 7 एठी 4 माइनस अछि. So एठी जदि हमें 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन दबा ताहले -8. So oxidation step is over. Same phosphorus is reduced to phosphine to -3 state. And here there is no oxygen. So the first step is not required. I mean, only 4 करियो पड़ियो. Then second step is not required. Hydrogen 12टा excess अछि. So 12टा OH minus on the same side and 12टा water on the opposite side. And then equalization of charges, that will be 12 electron is to be added on the left side. So that add kale to cancel हवा को 4 रे multiply कले नहीं 4 को 3 रे multiply कले एठी 12 इलेक्ट्रॉन कटि गला पर फाइनली केते रहिला ना 3 फास्फोरस प्लस गोटे फास्फोरस 4 फास्फोरस एठी गोटे एठी 3 रे गुणा हबो 4 फास्फोरस प्लस वाटर टाइप रे कटि जाइथिला. देखिबा कोन होची काले भूल करते कोन 12 वाटर and finally OH minus टा मध्य एठी 8 3 24 8 3 are 24 एपटे 12. So obviously there will be 12 OH minus ion on the left side. So water and OH minus both are lying in the left side. Gives rise to 4 3 are 12 hypophosphite ion H2PO2 minus and there will be 4 phosphine. And there is a common factor 4. So you will divide the entire equation by 4, it becomes P4, 3 water, 3 OH minus, gives 3 H2PO2 minus, and 1 PS3, 1 is not written. So भातो हंड्रेड गोटे चिपिबा 3 3 6 टा ऑक्सीजन एंड एपटे 3 दुने 6 टा ऑक्सीजन आ छाड़ा हेतिबो. So it is जानी गले हां आकु देखि करी मॉलिक्यूलर इक्वेशन भी करि परबा. दैट आल्सो इज अनदर पॉइंट. आकु देखि करी हमें मॉलिक्यूलर इक्वेशन मध्य करि परबा P4 plus NaOH जगरे 3 लिखिबा कारण OH माइनस 3टा दरकार कोडे वाला 3 NaOH प्लस गोटे मिसिंग अछि वाटर टा मिसिंग अछि. तेणु आम धरा पकई देले क्वेश्चन सेटर भूल करिछि 3 वाटर रहिबो नने बैलेंस हेई परिबोनी मुंडो पिटी देले भी 3 वाटर देन 3 हाइपोफॉस्फेट आयन दरकार तेणु 3 करियो पड़िबो फॉस्फिन गोटे दरकार तेणु गोटे फॉस्फिन तुमे मध्य चेक करि पार सोडियम को नेकी 3 सोडियम अन्य गुडा को हम ऑलरेडी चेक करिछि 3 दुणे 6 हाइड्रोजन 3 6 6 3 9 टा एटे 3 दुणे 6 3 9 टा हाइड्रोजन so this is all set. So not only you balance the ionic equation but also you get a clue to balance the original original molecular equation. Molecular equation टिके बेले बेले spectator ion दरकार पड़े adjust करिया पे you can easily adjust. एक्स्ट्रा यदि थिबो कोनोसी सल्फेट कोनोसी स्पेक्टेटर आयन थिबो तल ताकू तुम एडजस्टमेंट करी करी पुनी मेन एपट साइड रे जे दउची प्रोवाइड करूची हीरो मार्का एज वेल एज स्पेक्टेटर तल तार कोएफिशिएंट को तुम चेंज करि परिबो इथरे सेमति किछि आसुने नौबत. So you can correctly identify water and OH minus के H plus को ऊपर रहउची by handling the ionic equation and balancing properly. Same is the case with sulfur. এটা কি দরকার নেই কল দেখেইছি সলফেট ভিন্ন ভিন্ন হিট রে 600 ডিগ্রি তळकू it is disproportionated to sulfide and sulfite but 600 डिग्री ऊपर को sulfide and thiosulfate. So similarly there are so many thermal decompositions like phosphorus acid gives rise to phosphine and these are all disproportionation where phosphorus goes from +3 to -3 +3 to +5. After doing this, I will ask you a final question, not prize, final question. So here cuprous chloride, but nowadays it has been found that cuprous chloride doesn't remain in the form of a dimer. So I am correcting it now. So it is CuCl, not Cu2Cl2. Unlike mercurous, which is a G2 2+, but cuprous is not Cu2 2+, it is CuCl. When you heat it, you will get metallic copper and cupric chloride. So here it goes from +1 to 0, +1 to +2. Similarly, when you heat stannous chloride, it will go from stannous +2 to 0, +2 to +4. Mercurous, yes, mercurous chloride remains as a dimer, Ag2Cl2. So when it is +1 to 0, +1 to +2. Bromine monofluoride, when +1 to +3 and +1 to 0. These are all disproportionation reaction. Hydrogen peroxide decomposes to water and oxygen, where oxygen goes from -1 to -2, -1 to 0. So these are all disproportionation. Carbon monoxide, when you strongly heat, then it will disproportionate to carbon and carbon dioxide. When +2 goes to 0, +2 goes to +4. Nitrogen dioxide is a mixed anhydride. When it reacts with water, I didn't tell you that, it will give you 2 acids. It is therefore called a mixed anhydride. So +4 ru gala +3 को nitrous acid, +4 ru +5 को nitric acid. Same the permanganate, manganate acid पकेले से मध्य disproportionation है जो permanganate, manganese dioxide and water. These are all disproportionation. ए जो कहूतली pergenate ion केमती तैयारी होची मु देखौतली. Pergenate ion is a more powerful oxidizing agent than fluorine. It is the only one which is senior to fluorine F2, having greater reduction potential than the 2.87 volt of fluorine fluoride draw. It 3 point something. Lithium or oxidation potential बढ़िया. It is xenon trioxide, where xenon is in the +6 state, will be oxidized, by boiling with alkali. It is also a disproportionation. ताकू कौन से oxidizing agent करूनी, से निजे disproportionate करी करी 0 को आसुची, इटा +8 को जाउची. 6 दुणे 12 रु 4 गले xenon तार maximum state रे अछि, तार group number माने group number ताकू 0 बिली कुआ होतला 18 बिली कुआ जाउची. 8टा इलेक्ट्रॉन अछि excepting helium, all have octet configuration. So 8टा इलेक्ट्रॉन जाको सब काम रे लगे दउची covalent bonding रे एठी आपको कहते pergenate. Per, you should not confuse per with peroxy. Sometimes peroxydisulfate is called persulfate, but this pergenate, in the earlier times, per prefix was used when the number of oxygen atoms is more. For example, perchlorate. कहीं की perchlorate ना दिया दो थला जे कितने प्रकार अच्छी एटा होची chloride, least number of oxygen, then chlorate, then ताटू अधिका हले per किंतु ता पर भरला हाइपोक्लोराइड भरला गोटे ऑक्सीजन हाइपो तेणु जेठू मिनिमम ता आगुरु थिला 2 ताठू कम ही गले ताको हाइपो वर्ड दिया हला हाइपोक्लोराइड एंड एटा ना दिया हला परक्लोरेट. यार बड़ भाई एटा क्लोरेट लागिला पर लागिला, ये रा सानो भाई हाइपो लागिला किंतु क्लोराइट लागिला. So it have the previous nomenclature where you get pergenate ion. Similarly, a very poisonous cyanogen gas which has a structure of like this, the way it C triple bond N, C triple bond N. This is called cyanogen gas. That also in alkali disproportionate to cyanide ion, carbon is in the +2, and cyanide ion, well, carbon is in the +4 state. So these are all the examples. The question now comes to you. It's ion udaka, hypochlorite hey chloride and chlorate chlorite ion hey chloride and chlorate. Even chlorate ion hey chloride and perchlorate. Kahinki a particular species, maybe metallic species or a non-metallic species or a non-metallic polyatomic ion, mane kahinki disproportionate karanti? What is the condition? Why? Why not others? The last. We are not going further. Even if we have many more things, but I will complete the class here. And
question
question hela kahinki kichi ion ho ba molecule ho semane disproportionation honti gote aguku jibo gote pachuku jibo kahinki no koi question hochi ko mane jai paribe ko compound ba ko ion mane semane disproportionation dei paribe auri simple karibaku kahibi je perchlorate ion kono disproportionate karibo ki धर आमे देखिथिले S3PO3 देखिथिले S3PO फॉस्फीन ता कोन डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेशन करिवो की द आंसर इज नो तार रीजन हला मु तुमको समय दउनी तार रीजन हला जदी गोटे एलिमेंट तार हाईएस्ट ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट रे अछि दैट हाईएस्ट ऑक्सीडेशन विल बी नोन फ्रॉम द ग्रुप नंबर क्लोरीन टा ग्रुप 17 रे अछि 17 माने द अर्स्टवाइल ग्रुप 7 तने 7टा इलेक्ट्रॉन तार वैलेंस शेल रे अछि तने मैक्सिमम से 7टा इलेक्ट्रॉन से जो खटेई पारिबो तार वैलेंस रे ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट रे कोवैलेंट बॉन्डिंग रे सो 7 टा होत तार मैक्सिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट तो इठी अछि +7 स्टेट रे जदी गोटे कंपाउंड हो एलिमेंट हो किंबा आयन हो सेतरे जो एलिमेंट टा will undergo disproportionation सेटा जर हाईएस्ट किंबा लोएस्ट स्टेट रे अछि सेही बडिया स्पीशीज रे केबे disproportionation हेई परिबो नाही only when the element is in the intermediate oxidation state तेबे से ऊपर को जाई परिबो तळ को जाई परिबो कथा बुझिलो कि नाही हाथ टेको को माने बुझिलो जदी एलिमेंट ता तार इंटरमीडिएट ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट रहिबो तेबे से आगु को जाई परिबो गोटे पछ को जाई परिबो गोटे आ गोटे अन्य माने जाई परिबो फॉर एग्जांपल एटी क्लोरीन टा +7 स्टेट रो अछि सी आगु को आउतर नाही क्लोरीन टा +7 रु आगु को जाई परिबोनी गहम गोटी गण त तार 7टा इलेक्ट्रॉन अछि से केमति +8 +9 को जीवो तेनु एई भलिया स्पीशीज डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेशन देई परिबोनी सेमति फास्फोरस बिलोंग्स टू नाइट्रोजन फैमिली ग्रुप 5 ताकर मैक्सिमम होची 5टा इलेक्ट्रॉन किंबा 3टा इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन कले से ऑक्टेट हे जीवो फॉस्फाइड आयन हे जीवो तो मिनिमम होची -3 नाइट्रोजन फैमिली रो मैक्सिमम +7 नाइट्रोजन टा देखैबोनी +7 सॉरी +5 आई एम सो सॉरी सो देखैबोनी कारण तार वैकेंट डी ऑर्बिटल नाही पर जानिबो तमे ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट जदिओ नाइट्रोजन +5 देखैबो नाइट्रिक एसिड रे बट ए कोवैलेंसी ऑफ 5 सिंगल बॉन्ड्स रखि परिबोनी बिकॉज़ नो 5 अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स के हेई परिबोनी तार वैकेंट डी ऑर्बिटल नाही पर जानिबो सो फास्फोरस रो मिनिमम स्टेट होची -3 तो -3 रो अछि से आउ तळु को कोन जीव हां ऊपर को जाई परिबो देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स अवश्य एठी खाली मेटालिक फास्फोरस हे जीव किंतु हाइड्रोजन हे गले एटा ऑटो रिडक्स हे गला एटा डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेशन कोठी हला सेही फास्फोरस -3 रु 0 को आसिला सेही फास्फोरस आउ फास्फोरस टा तळु को जीव अरे तळु को तो आउ नाही ऑक्टेट हला परे आउ इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं परिबोनी क्लियर है एबे बुझिला समिधा बुझि गेले प्रणव बुझि गेले आशीष मध्य बुझिथिबे एठी हमें आजि सारुचे आउ जो अल्प टिके अछि यू कैन जस्ट स्टडी कम प्रोपोर्शनेशन बहुत एग्जांपल दे सालेनी तो निजे पढिबो एम्फोटेरिज्म देखो जो एलिमेंट ओडार ऑक्साइड एंड हाइड्रोक्साइड दउथला जो सॉल्ट सही सॉल्ट दबो किंतु एठी वाटर जगह हाइड्रोजन आसीबो एटा हला रिडक्स रो एम्फोटेरिज्म एका सॉल्ट सॉरी एका मेटल और मेटालॉइड जहाँ भी हो तार ऑक्साइड हाइड्रोक्साइड देले वाटर इट इज नॉन रिडॉक्स मेटाथिसिस किंतु जदि खाली मेटाल रहिला ताले सेटा तार सही सॉल्ट दबो किंतु तार हाइड्रोजन आसीबो देयर इज अ रिडॉक्स रिएक्शन एक्सेप्टिंग दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर टीम तार दीटा जो स्टेट अछि स्टानाइट एंड स्टानेट ए रिडॉक्स रिएक्शन रे लोअर स्टेट इज अनस्टेबल स्टानाइट इज अनस्टेबल स्टानेट इज अनस्टेबल बुझिबो काउंट पाई लेड रो +4 स्टेट इज अनस्टेबल व्हाइल स्टीन रो +4 स्टेट इज स्टेबल से +4 स्टेट को जीवो डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम 0 टू स्टानेट +4 स्टेट को जीवो किंतु लेट टा केबे भी +4 स्टेट को जाई परिबनी आमी जानिबा इनॉट पेयर इफेक्ट गोटा अछि पढा हो तुमरो सिथरे जानिबा जे लेड रो +2 स्टेट टा स्टेबल +4 टा स्टेबल पे एटा प्लम्बाइट हबो एटा स्टानेट हबो +4 अवश्य एटार जदि करेस्पोंडिंग ऑक्साइड था तेबे +4 टा +4 को जानता और +2 टा +2 को जानता किंतु मेटल जते बेले उठिबो ताकू ऑप्शन अछि +2 की +4 से चूज करिवो 3 टा +4 लेड चूज करिवो +4 +2 सो दिस मेटल हाइड्राइड संगे वाटर देले सेटा हाइड्रोजन हे जीवो -1 रु 0 +1 रु 0 एटा कंप्रोपोर्शनेशन रिएक्शन रहिला एंड वाटर मध्ये इन्वॉल्व होला तेणु हाइड्राइड को पानी देला माने हाइड्रोजन गैस बाहरिबो सो देन द असाइनमेंट यू कैन जस्ट हैव ये किंतु जोटी देखिबो वोल्टेज डाटा दिया हिचे दिया हिनी भाग्य को जोटी वोल्टेज डाटा दिया हिची सेटा 3 मार्कड़ हे देखिबो बाय टुमारो वी शैल ब्रेक फ्रॉम दिस डाउट्स तो क्लियर करिवि तापरे हमें जिबा स्टोकियोमेट्री सेति पई मोल कांसेप्ट रुडिमेंटरी लेवल 1 मोल कांसेप्ट तमे नकले भी किसी डिस्करेज होनी तुम्हें बुझी पारिबो निश्चय बाय बाय
प्रणाम सर
नमस्ते
थैंक
सर
यू